The year was 1969. Mozart had long been dead, and the movie about his life was still 15 years away. But this video is not about Mozart. This is about another group of geniuses that changed the face of music forever. Stay tuned. At the end of a decade full of love, drugs, and dirty hippies,
Bunch of goddamn fucking hippies,
came along a group led by Jinx Dawson, and their name was Coven. This group would change the face of music and set trends for the metal community in the years that followed. Coven's album was called Witchcraft, Destroys Minds and Reaps Souls, or Witchcraft for short. The album was replete with lyrics about Satan, witchcraft, and ends with a satanic mass in which Jinx denounces God and makes a pact with Satan, or, as they say in the album, joins the left-handed path. Now, on the cover of the album and inside the sleeves, it shows the band making devil horns, sacrificing women, and not smiling. Gene Simmons likes to take credit for the horns, the devil horns, but as Jinx pointed out, most of the time he just does the "I love you" symbol that for deaf people. When I was growing up, I always thought it was Dio, Ronnie James Dio, that kind of came up with it, but apparently I guess he just made it popular. Because, of course, they came out before he even had to become a musician, or at least famously. It seems like this band influenced Black Sabbath, at least in part. With the obvious stuff aside, like the dark themes and stuff, their first track on the album was called Black Sabbath. So I know they would release an album the next year, so I'm wondering if they had, at least part of the influence on Black Sabbath. Now, people in the metal community like to give Black Sabbath credit for that shift in music, and while their sound was certainly there, I'm pretty sure that the catalyst was Coven. Now, the music itself, it sounds like a product of the 60s. It sounds like the psychedelic music of the era, mixed with a little bit of rock. It has, some strange riffs. It has some weird chanting, which it sounds funny nowadays, but at the time, it would have been scary to the older generations, because they thought anybody associated with a counterculture was worshiping the devil anyway. These guys just pushed it to the next level. I read somewhere, I think it was on Wikipedia, that Kurt Cobain used to listen to this album while he was on the road. It is a very strange album. I do encourage you to go take a listen, to give it a listen, but it does sound like a product of its time. It is just a weird mix of hippie sounding music with satanic themes. It's a strange one for sure. Now, according to the last track of the album, at least the one on Spotify, Jinx talks about the time where they were signing their contracts, and according to her, the band members all cut themselves and signed their contracts with blood. Now, if that's not metal as fuck, I don't know what is. A few months after its release, it was pulled from shelves for being too, I guess, extreme to the people of that time. So when there was a breach of contract, according to Jinx, they went and destroyed their offices. And that's also metal as fuck. Later on, they would release some different albums. There was even a song that had a music video that was produced by Disney, which is fucking weird. I don't know, man. I started this channel to explore different types of music that I had missed growing up. And, well, I hope you're with me through my journey. If you'd like, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So we can both explore a bunch of shit that I missed. And maybe something that you missed too. Until next time, tell me what you think of the album.